You might think that because of the restrictions on PS4 modding, there are no good quest mods. Oh boy, would you be wrong about that. In this video we will be looking at just 5 of the best quest mods available on PS4 for Fallout 4, featuring intense horror, an entirely new Paradise Island, mind-boggling simulations, and some really interesting and unique stories. If you want to see more videos showing off the best mods for Fallout 4 on PS4, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. With all that said, let's get started and check out the mods. First up at number 5 we have the most popular quest mod for Fallout 4 on PS4, Well to Come by Niha. This mod adds a 20 to 30 minute quest to Fallout 4 with a big ending. To begin the quest, you'll want to make your way over to Hyde Park, where you will find an injured man bleeding out next to a river. When you speak to him, he warns you about scientists that have been running experiments on Deathclaws. He was a worker helping the scientists in their lab. It turns out they had created some kind of monster, and the survivor asks you to hunt it down and kill it. So you'll want to make your way over to the science lab, fight your way through a few ghouls, and learn more about what was going on in the lab with some really creative storytelling through the use of a memory flashback that allows you to speak to one of the scientists. Continue through the quest and eventually you'll meet the main attraction of the mod, and I think the main reason why this mod is so popular. The giant Gojira, a genetically modified Deathclaw that stands as tall as a skyscraper. This Gojira is a legendary, which means it's so fast you can't outrun it, it has insanely high health, and it deals massive damage. Be prepared to join the Brotherhood of Steel for the fight of the century, or if you're enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel like I am, be prepared to take on an army of soldiers as well as a giant Deathclaw. The mod author could have quite easily have just added this giant creature to the game and left it at that, but instead Niha put together a really interesting quest that does a great job of introducing this new Commonwealth threat in an immersive and lore-friendly way. And as an added bonus, the Gojira is not just found at the end of this quest, this mod also adds the Gojira to the level lists, so he can now spawn out in the wasteland wherever Deathclaws can be found, so make sure you take care when exploring the glowing sea especially. Next up at number 4 we have a mod that has featured on this channel twice already, Mad Rock by Madrox. I realise I've already talked about this mod multiple times, but I couldn't make a top 5 quest mods video and not include Mad Rock. So if you've seen me talk about this mod before, just skip this section of the video. For those of you that haven't heard of this mod before, or if you need a reminder, this mod adds a terrifying new settlement to Fallout 4 located next to Billy's fridge. Although best practice is to fast travel to University Point and walk to allow everything to load properly. Make sure you head over to Mad Rock at night time for the best experience and go ahead and explore. There are keys dotted around the old haunted monastery which you will need to find to eventually make your way to the workbench to claim the monastery for your own and lift the haunted curse. Whilst exploring, you'll soon realise that the old monastery doesn't take kindly to visitors. The haunted monastery will try to scare you away with creepy demons throwing skeletons at you and popping out of nowhere to jump scare you. And if that doesn't get you to turn around and run for the hills and never look back, there are some powerful creatures living in the monastery that also don't want you there. Some of the jump scares in this mod genuinely scared the hell out of me. If you manage to fight through the fear and beasties to make it to the underground cave, you will find a workshop which allows you to use the monastery as a settlement and a button that allows you to lift the haunted curse. If you prefer the haunted version of the monastery, you can choose to activate the curse once again. You can invite your settlers to live in the giant monastery and you can start redeveloping it into a nice comfy home, or you can keep the curse active and give your settlers a living hell. It's up to you. The monastery is incredibly well designed, the architecture is fantastic, I had a great time exploring, it was challenging but not impossible, and parts of it were actually quite scary, which I didn't think would be possible with Fallout 4's engine, but somehow Madrox managed it. You need to try this mod. At number 3 on this top 5 list is A Tragedy in Paradise by Boldgrove. This is an absolutely massive mod that adds a brand new world to Fallout 4, the mystical ancient Greek land of Atlantis. To start your adventures in this mysterious new land, you'll need to fast travel to Paradise Island. The first thing you'll find on this island is an awesome new dynamic player home in the form of a tugboat, which features a crafting area on the main deck with a power armor workbench, weapons workbench, armor workbench, and chemistry station. Down below decks you'll find a living quarters, which is really well designed with lots of clutter and decoration truly worthy of a captain that can sail to Atlantis. It has a bed, fridge, desk area and all the living appliances you could need, including a relaxing spa area. Surrounding the tugboat on the Paradise Island are a few high-end luxury properties with amazing views and just as impressive decor. The island itself just looks incredible, especially the giant waterfall flowing down from one of the houses. However, this video is all about quests, not player homes, and one of the best features of the tugboat is that you can use it to travel to different places, including the castle and the Boston airport, but most importantly, it can take you to the mystical land of Atlantis, which is where the questing begins. When you make it to Atlantis, you will see that there are multiple locations to explore. I would recommend first swimming over to the research ship, where you will find a group of gunners who aren't particularly happy to see you. To get on board the research ship, you can take the boat behind the tug, but you will be noticed, or you can swim up to the ship and climb the anchor chain in the front and sneak through the crops. Take care of the gunners and make your way below decks, where you'll find a complicated and multi-level maze with locked doors and dead ends. So make sure that you save your game before you start exploring the maze in case you find yourself trapped at a dead end. Navigating your way through the maze is challenging on its own, but you will also have to deal with some more gunners along the way. Once you've made it to the end of the maze, you will be rewarded with a bunch of incredibly powerful loot, which are relics of the Atlantean people. You'll find unique Atlantean armor and overpowered weapons, but most importantly you'll find a rebreather mask and a unique amulet which you will need to progress further with the quest and exploration. Make sure you read all of the notes and terminal entries to learn the stories of this land and to get the hints and clues that will help you with your exploration. Once you've made it back out of the maze, which isn't easy by the way, you'll want to travel to the underwater sunken city of Atlantis, which you can now freely explore because you have the rebreather mask. Your main task is to explore the city to find all of the unique amulets which will allow you to open doors that lead to some really unique loot. If you can find the puzzle box and figure out how to open it, then you will receive the Helmet of Levitation, a helmet that gives you the ability to fly, and 2 unique rings that give you unique abilities. The Ring of Hermes, which dramatically increases your movement speed, and the Cloudwalker ring, which gives you the same abilities as the helmet. Be sure to explore the city for more ammo for the weapons you found on the research ship, and to learn more about the story of Atlantis. This mod is massive and full of really fun and interesting content. It can be confusing to figure out what you're supposed to do, and if you're not careful it's quite easy to cause bugs by not using the rings properly that will permanently affect your save game, so that's why this mod isn't higher up on the list. However, the almost 2 hours I spent playing through this mod were thoroughly enjoyable, and it's worth downloading just to play through the maze and explore the awesome sunken city of Atlantis. Just take your time and enjoy exploring. Give it a try. The penultimate mod on this top 5 list is the Kelly Household, another mod by Niher. The mod description says, "There is a house on the edge of the glowing sea. The talk of the town is that there is a manhole there that leads to a bunker that hasn't been opened for over 200 years. You know what to do." To start the quest, you need to make your way over to the Kelly household and make sure you read through any notes or terminal entries you find to locate the key to the underground bunker. Once you find the key, make your way down to the bunker and begin your adventure. Explore the bunker, read the terminal entries, and protect yourself from the defensive turrets trying to stop you from progressing through the bunker to the secrets hidden within. Whilst exploring, you will learn the story of what happened here, and will even go through a really cool simulation section that puts you in a simulation that takes you back through the Soul Survivor's past, which is really well made and ends with a really cool and trippy, almost dreamlike area. It's just really high quality, and makes you feel like your character is genuinely inside a simulation. I'm not going to mention any more about the story because I want you all to discover it for yourselves. However, I will tell you that as a reward for completing the quest, you will receive a unique version of the Cryolator called the CP35, which is a fully customizable unique weapon that uses unique cryo ammo that can only be obtained through completing the quest. It's a really interesting weapon that you can customize to suit your playstyle, and it features the targeting mod that you can get on missile launchers, which means once you've aimed at an enemy by looking down sights, they will be marked and your shots will always hit their target. However, the ammo for this weapon is likely to run out pretty quickly, and I don't see any way to craft any additional ammo, so make sure you make full use of the ammo you have. I had a great time playing through this mod. It's a unique and well designed quest that is more interesting than most of the quests in the vanilla game, so definitely make sure you check it out. And finally, in my opinion, the best quest mod for Fallout 4 on PS4 is Cannibal in Concord by T9X69. Let me start this off by saying this mod is not for the faint of heart, so if you don't think you can handle a story about a psycho serial killer that murders innocent men, women and children and boasts about how he enjoys torturing and eating them, maybe stay away from this mod. But if you're intrigued by this story, let me tell you more about this incredible quest mod. This mod contains graphic content and descriptive lore taken from real life serial killers and cannibals that some users may find incredibly disturbing and or sick. Some of the lore was altered to match the lore of Fallout 4. A Cannibal in Concord offers a new house location in Concord. If you're the type of person who likes to run and gun, this mod is not for you. Instead, you will be looking around, moving objects, reading notes, and using your brain power to decipher clues, search through the clutter of dead bodies, limbs, organs and bones to find keys and find your way through the house. This mod is based off a real cannibal by the name of Albert Fish. Some of the short stories you'll find are made up, but some of the quotes are from the man himself, and when you play the mod and see some of the notes, it might make you feel a little bit sick. It's some pretty harrowing stuff that I'm not going to forget in a hurry. This mod isn't just incredibly interesting in terms of its story, but looking around trying to find the keys and work out the clues left by this psycho killer is genuinely challenging and really fun. The feeling when you find that key you were just about to give up on is really rewarding, and it's a nice change of pace from the mindless just shoot the bad guy style of most of the vanilla quests in Fallout 4. As I said before, if you are easily disturbed, do not try this mod, but if you think you'll be okay with the gore and horrifying stories and you're up for a really unique and challenging quest experience, I highly recommend you give this mod a try. It's honestly a lot of fun, and the reward you get at the end of the quest is well worth the effort. That will take us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and comment letting me know if you're going to download any of these mods. And if you want to see more videos showing off the best mods for Skyrim on PS4, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Also, did I miss any of your favourite quest mods? Let me know by leaving a comment down below. If you want to support me and help me make more and better videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I would really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Good luck out there in the wasteland.